Every single figure, I think it's just about 2 sets of every single figure.
2 sets.
Of the 41 back, Empire Strikes Back, unpunched.
So we're looking at what, 95 cards, 98 cards, something like that?
Yeah, 98 cards.
What's going on, people? Century Mad Collector here. Your Prince of Plastic has returned once again with another, I would call this a hunt video, and it's about to be a super duper epic one. We are heading to Toywiz to go visit my buddy John. And man, we are about, if anyone has been following along on Instagram, if you're not following me, follow me. My Instagram is in the description below. If you're following me on Instagram, or if you're keeping up with the community tab here on YouTube, you will know over the past several weeks I've posted a few pictures. That's how excited I am. I can't even speak. A few pictures of a vintage, uncirculated, vintage Kenner 3 3/4 Star Wars collection. All 41 card backs. I don't want to get into too much detail before I get over to Toywiz and show you guys what is there. So we will obviously dive into all of that while I'm there. It's vintage 3 3/4 41 card back Kenner figures, along with some other vintage Star Wars stuff that you're going to see momentarily. So I am going to stop talking right now. This is going to be very epic. My wallet already feels like it's on fire because I'm definitely going to be buying. I will be purchasing a good portion of this collection, and I am just very excited, folks. This is Star Wars history that we are about to witness and have in our hands. Uncirculated Star Wars history. So without any further ado, folks, I will see you over at Toywiz with John, and we are going to comb through this stuff together. This is going to be a good one. All right, so we are here at Toywiz with my buddy John, the face that runs the place. Say hi, John.
Hi, how's everything going, guys?
So, John, why don't you tell the good folks at home how all of this
came to be?
Yes. How did this come to be?
Well, this is really funny because you happened to be here at the time that one of my workers came in and said, hey, this guy said he has a bunch of Star Wars stuff he wants to sell. And you and I looked at each other. We were talking about the Kenner Alien stuff at the time.
Yes, we were.
And we were like, oh, good, we could steal a bunch of Powers of the Force, you know, Gorilla Luke, and guy walks in with this, and I think we both had the same.
No green and black hardbacks.
No, we were like, is that a case of classic Star Wars? And it just kept
Red
coming
pill,
in.
blue pill.
And coming in and coming in, and this guy just had the craziest collection of Star Wars that I've ever seen in over 25 years doing this. I've never seen this much vintage walk into a place. And it's not just vintage, it's literally untouched vintage. This guy, it was his wife's uncle's, and he just bought this stuff and put it in his attic and never touched it. Even the open figures are literally just opened and put in the case. I'm the one who bagged them, but they're completely untouched. And this...
So weird. I mean, should we just... This is insane. So why don't... Quick overview. What do we have in here? We have the 41 back. Yep. Every single figure.
Every single figure. I think it's just about 2 sets of every single figure.
2 sets.
Of the 41 back, Empire Strikes Back, unpunched.
So we're looking at what, 95 cards, 98 cards, something like that?
Yeah, 98 cards. 98 cards, unpunched, not one is punched. They're all in pretty much pristine condition.
Unpunched, uncirculated.
Uncirculated.
Right, do we even have, because I know that we saw, when this first came in and we were gawking over it, and I was like creeping over to it, because I didn't want to get too close, and I don't work here, but at the same time, I'm like, I have to see this.
Yeah.
We saw, I know that there was on at least one of these boxes, we saw the original store sticker.
Yes.
At the time of purchase.
Right. So right here you can see.
Take a look at that.
This gentleman, White Plains, which is right here.
Yep, right over the bridge.
And he bought all these I'm guessing that he walked in and said, "What do you have?" And
I'll take all of it.
I'll take it all. And that was it. And
Unbelievable.
yeah, I'd never seen a case. I've never seen an
The original
actual
shippers?
vintage shipper. Yeah.
It's crazy to think this guy just walked in, or
Yeah.
I guess his uncle or whoever just walked in, was looking for this like I guess we all do now. And
just had the foresight, I guess, to
yeah.
get it in his attic.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's totally nuts, and I don't have, he has a full set of, or just about a full set of loose, which, like I said, he literally just opened them and put them in there. They're 100% complete, untouched.
Oh my God.
And unfortunately, he also had Return of the Jedi, same thing, but that's being processed for photos and everything to be put up on the website.
Yep.
But he also has the remote control R2D2,
Amazing.
which is completely untouched, fully functioning, no corrosion, no nothing. A puzzle costume, which I think
That costume.
we said you're going to try on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Could fit maybe my
I
forearm.
was going to say
into
you'd get it in on
something.
the leg. That's
shin
about
guard, maybe. Yeah.
It. And then even some really cool.
This stuff is awesome. This is really
Yeah.
cool. This is awesome.
He has basically anything that he saw that had Star Wars at that, and it's a very specific period in time. You could tell he was like from 1980 to 1983, got it all, and then stopped. But yeah, here's all the posters. I mean, some crazy stuff like this. It's just German magazine with C-3PO and R2 on the cover.
So random.
No rhyme or reason.
And where do you find that though? You
that's-
mail away for that? Like, where do you get that?
Don't know.
He was American. I mean,
Yes.
this guy. It's not like he's
Yeah, he lived right around here. I mean, you can see all this crazy stuff. Italian TV guide, just because it has them on the cover. I mean, it has nothing to do with it. It just has them on the cover.
Yeah.
I had to keep this because this was the only thing that. This and Harrison Ford from Raiders. But yeah,
There he is.
this is really what you guys wanted to see, though.
I honestly, the only thing I want on this table is I just want the cover.
Dynamite Bless. What is this?
Just please.
Oh, this is what he paid for it, 95 cents. So
95 cents.
Oh, Tracy Austin, I mean, the youngest racketeer. You learn about ants. I mean, well, this is what it's
I
about.
just set that aside for me, please.
No, absolutely.
Put that next to and we have something over there that trumps it all. We'll save that for later.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the broth here.
Yeah.
And this, which is super cool, this is actually the most valuable of the magazines in there.
Amazing.
Back when comics were awesome,
Yes.
and that was the thing.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. It's just the most incredible collection to walk in a place.
And everything mint.
Everything. It's
Everything
bananas.
is mint.
And of course, if you need to turn your light switch on and off.
I might be taking that.
Yeah, no problem. So
So-
we have a zillion figures to go through.
Yes,
so
we do.
what I figure, we'll get some of this stuff off the table here.
Yeah.
And then we'll start going through figures, so just give me one sec.
Yeah, sure. This is all, I truly cannot believe this.
You and me both. Like I said, I've been doing this a very, very long time. And to see this, I mean, not just the amount.
That lipstick is crazy.
Yes, you can tell it's leading up to what the 90s will be with everything being neon.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's on its way. But
Find that in the Culture Club.
to see all this stuff just in one place,
I would think this is unprecedented. It's unheard of to me. I mean, this is the most vintage Star Wars, Kenner Star Wars I have ever seen in my entire life.
see me, I've gone to a lot of conventions and I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of vintage,
Yeah.
but not like this.
In grand fashion as well. Just unbelievable.
And so a lot of these are going to be going off to AFA because the condition is so pristine.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And you know what, it'll all be at the store eventually. It's going to take a while to go through the collection just because of the sheer amount of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's all going to be here. It's just crazy. It's to look at such a very specific snapshot in time. Like, so specific. And it's,
All of it. This is unbelievable.
and like all the stickers on the robots, I mean, are perfect. All the chrome.
And just to reiterate, these were already open. You just bagged them yourself.
Yeah.
So
he just opened them and put them straight in this thing and never touched them again.
Unreal.
Even the case itself, it doesn't have a scratch on it. And same thing with the C3PO, which is at my warehouse, getting pictures with the chrome.
Yeah, that
It's
chrome looks
clean as the day it was made.
I didn't see a scratch on that chrome. Yeah.
And it's just,
That's a beauty.
it's nuts. And this is my brother's favorite. He sold his collection long ago.
Mint.
So I'm buying this for him.
Awesome.
That's the one thing I know he'll get a kick out of. But
That's awesome.
here we go. Let's start going through this madness.
But yeah, this is madness.
We got 2 full shippers here. And so, I'll just start pulling them out and we can start talking about them. I put one in a star case because a couple of them got warped from the heat. You can see.
Yeah, these were stored in an attic, unfortunately, and oh man, that Ugnaught.
Yes.
I am putting that next to Queel.
It's so good.
Oh, it's one of my favorite cars. It's so good. That is going next to the retro Queel that just came out. That's amazing.
This is what modern movies don't understand is you don't need fancy CGI.
Nope.
You need a good costume and a believable world.
Yep.
And people will get into it.
Yep. Just let imagination do the rest.
That's the point.
Yep.
People read books. There's no special effects there.
Right. Agreed.
So I put a couple in a star case to, see if it'll straighten it out. But everyone's favorite.
Yes.
Dengar.
Oh man, my favorite.
Love it.
And I mean, it's like, and we've talked about this a million times. So we have, the Hasbro Vintage Collection Star Wars that's out now, and there's a clear difference between, and now they, with the retro collection that they did for Mando, really just making it exactly like the look and feel of this, where you don't get the realistic head scans, you don't get any more than 5 points of articulation.
Totally shocked Chewbacca.
Very shocked. Oh, and very awesome. Take a look at that. Unpunched and unbelievable.
Yeah, and not even, smooth. The perforations are never touched.
No.
It is truly bizarre.
It is. This is so weird. This is just very, very, very weird. Han?
Yep. And again, these are the type of things, we never looked at this stuff and were like, oh, the picture's slightly blurry.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
No, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter that it came with a Build-A-Figure or, it mattered that it was awesome.
Yes.
And they were awesome.
Oh, man.
This particular one, I remember my brother is 10 years older than me, and he had all this stuff. And I remember when he went away, I think, to summer camp, and I snuck in his room and started playing with all his Star Wars figures. And it was before I had seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
And this guy was my favorite guy. I'm like, I don't know what he is, and I bet he's a big part of the movie, and I love him. It turns out he was a prop with a couple blinking lights, but awesome nonetheless. And so now this is what's crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And it's one box.
And it's one box, and it's just packed in there. And it's just like, the same way we get a case today, and we're just like, oh, it's a case of Marvel Legends, and we think nothing of it.
Yeah.
Except this is...
Insane.
82.
Insane.
And...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And the card here does look faded, but that is probably just the card.
It is just the card, actually.
Or Boba, right? And a couple others?
We have 2 or 3 Bobas, and they're all the same tone.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's just his card, the way the card was.
Yeah.
But you can see, like, if you put him next to IG-88, it does look like it's sun-faded, but
I think so.
It's not.
Yeah.
There is one figure that you're going to have to help me with, here we go, that I could not find. The Gonk droid with the free survival kit.
That's right.
I could not find
That's
a
right.
single listing or anything. So I'm going to ask your viewers if anyone knows what the deal with this one is, if it's any rarer or more common.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find anything.
Yeah. I've done no research on that since we saw this, and I've also never seen it. Yeah.
I did notice that it's funny, if you look, the perforations in some of these are different.
Oh, wow. That is interesting.
And
it's like stitching.
Yeah, and this one has an assortment number, and this one doesn't.
Weird.
Yeah. There's a lot of these little variations. And I'll be honest, before this collection walked in, I was far from a vintage expert.
Yeah.
Because I just never saw a lot of it. There was no need.
Yeah, right.
But so there's a few that got yellowed, not many.
Perfect for me.
But if, exactly. I know how much you love keeping everything on its card.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Bosk, what a great character.
I was just about to say that.
I mean, these designs, they're iconic.
Yep.
They're just iconic.
I mean, it's based on everything we see today. Bespin Han. Got about what? Out of the 41 cards, what, 9 or 15 or 20 are Luke?
You know what? That's a good question.
Between Luke and Han?
I think
Or realistically, probably like 5.
I think you have 3 Lukes and 3 Hans.
Yeah. Bespin,
And
Han.
of course, the best, Lobot.
Oh my God.
You can't go wrong with Lobot.
No, you can't. Look at that head.
Yeah, it's crazy. He looks very excited to be in the movie.
Yes, he does.
He's like, what am I?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
You're a part of toy history, is what you are.
I'm a robot? No, a Lobot.
Oh man, sand people.
Yeah, sand people.
Yeah.
So this is one of the examples where you can see some, on the vinyl, something's happened. I'm guessing this is from the heat in the attic.
Oh yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be.
It wasn't temperature controlled, but I mean, just.
There's Luke. The Luke counter starts.
And just not a
X-Wing.
ding on it. It's just.
Unbelievable. Yeah, look at that card. I mean, even if we turn that sideways, right? Like.
Yeah, it's a little warped,
Yeah.
but once it's under lucite.
Doesn't matter.
And also, how many different 41 backs? It is. Trying to keep track of all the different versions of Star Wars will keep you busy.
Yes. There he is.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. $2. $2.49.
TSW for $2.50. Not exactly sure what TSW is.
Sounds like a steal, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Can you imagine now?
Oh, there he is. Wow.
Back when they used to make it phonetic.
Yeah. Such an amazing figure.
I mean, they're all. I mean, the lamest of these figures is.
Where's the chrome that they used for this? Where is that stuck in the 80s?
Think about it with all the toys we had, the Transformers that had the chrome bits and the die-cast bits.
Yeah.
And those things were indestructible.
Yep.
And we were never thinking about, we need to keep these pristine for 30 years from now when we're adults and we can afford, DTOFs to put figures in.
Yeah.
No, we smashed them together with each other. We brought them to the playground at school. We rocked them, and then we threw them in a box when we discovered girls. And then 20 years later, when we rediscovered how awesome toys are.
And kind of got bored with girls.
And we fished them out of the box in our parents' house. And we looked and we're like, that's still in pretty good condition.
Yeah, they were made to be played with.
Yes, they were toys.
Yes.
They weren't collectibles.
Right.
This is.
Man.
So the real gems
Incredible.
of this. Yeah. Obi,
God.
Luke, Leia, and Boba are the big ones out of here.
Yeah, and this is actually one of the ones in better condition for sure, card-wise.
Yep. So the middle did better than the edges. Again, I'm assuming it's either a pressure or a heat thing.
Yep.
Again, I have no precedent to compare it to.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like people are bringing, I got this 40-year-old case that I'm sitting in an attic.
Yeah, I have 2 sets of...
Yeah. How great is this?
Oh, man. Awesome.
Back before, and like with the Ugnaught, you had little people working in the industry.
Yeah.
And no one ever pointed out, like, they're little people. No, they were part of this universe,
Yep.
and they created it. And we love the characters,
Yep.
and we love the actors who played them, and just such a different time.
Different time, yep. Oh, my God.
The best mustache.
Of all time.
And I just love the picture they
Jersey
used.
Geek. This is actually my buddy, the Jersey Geek.
That's awesome. It's not even the same guy. This guy's got a beard.
Yeah, he does have a beard. And that also sums up 80s toys, that era,
Oh yeah.
not giving much of a fudge sickle
So
pop.
yeah, this one's one that got creased at some point.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Oh, man.
Now he has a full black uniform. I think there's one that has the gray. Again, I'm not sure what makes one harder to find than the other.
Yeah.
Speaking of mustaches and the wrong picture.
The very wrong picture. That is not even close.
No.
It's an awesome figure.
They're like, they're not the same. No, these kids aren't going to notice.
Look at the tufted gauntlets and sleeves and stuff. It's just like, it's amazing.
And it's
What was
crazy
done.
to think Kenner, which was a small company,
Yeah.
really struggling before getting this license.
Yeah.
And their whole world changed overnight with the success of the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
And to see their rise and eventual fall and purchase by Hasbro.
Yeah.
And now they're just a gimmick for Hasbro.
Yep.
I like it's
Beauty.
British,
Perfect.
beetle / monkey version of.
Two-tone face to
Yep.
neck skin.
It didn't matter.
No, it didn't. Although I don't know if that's a product of just age.
Oh yeah, I mean, he does look. He looks like Harrison Ford now, just tired.
He does.
Just tired, kind of over it. That's right. They're talking about Indy 5. I'm like, oh no.
Stop.
Yeah, another great
Oh man, Snaggletooth. I'm all about the aliens.
the creatures.
and beasts,
The
and it's
creatures
just-
and the monsters are what made the world.
and this is what's so perfectly done to me.
And
You have him. I can't wait to find Greedo in there.
but this is where it's very strange. Look at the fidelity on this picture versus this picture.
Yeah.
Why does Snaggletooth have this perfect crystal clear picture and Luke Skywalker's fuzzy? We'll never know. It's just a mystery of the times. There we go.
Oh yes.
Walrus Man. This is Ponda Baba, right?
Yeah.
Before there was lore for every background character,
Yeah.
they were just Walrus Man. And
Ball
pretty
sack
sure
fortune.
they couldn't find the still, so they just had someone airbrush something.
Yeah. This card back is actually the most different than
Yeah.
anything we've seen thus far.
It really looks like this would have been on a van,
Yeah. Yeah.
along with like a unicorn and a rainbow. Yeah, this is one of the big ones.
Oh man. That looks like it's in phenomenal condition.
Yeah.
All
And
of
just
it.
the weapons just taped to the side. Nice and simple.
That's all you need.
No, it's this,
Oh, boy.
So unfortunately it's a little yellowed, but other than that, it's
Perfect.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a brown-haired version and the blonde-haired version, which is funny. I never thought of that, but yeah, he's way blonder there than he is actually in the movie.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yep. That's a great card too.
Yeah, that is. That's a clear one.
Unfortunately, this is popping out because of the waves from the heat. This is an incredible one.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, creased, but
That's
just
okay.
look at the chrome, look at the sticker.
And do we have him loose?
We do.
Yeah.
And
So
again, just,
initial that for me.
yep, just perfect.
Yeah.
It's just nuts. It's nuts.
It is crazy.
This one cracks me up because I don't remember this, where he comes with a katana, a yellow katana.
Oh, I definitely don't remember this
Yeah,
at
but
all.
I looked it up. That's definitely what he's supposed to come with. And
The loot counter is up to right now at least 3.
yes,
At
3.
least 3.
I forgot about this one.
Yeah.
But it's strange. His lightsaber here, yellow,
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah.
I wonder if at some point they were supposed to be yellow and it didn't jive with the special effect,
And
you
it
know,
yeah.
rendering and all that, and so they had to change
Oh, that's
it.
interesting.
Or if Kenner just rushed and they're like, whatever, just get it out there. The kids won't care.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites. They couldn't be bothered to make a neck. His head doesn't turn.
And who cares?
Yeah.
I just love it all. I just love the design, man. I just really do.
Y-
The simplicity of it all is exactly what I'm about.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to like games, I always have enjoyed the super polygonal, anything that doesn't resemble realism or
Yes.
real life. Like that's
We have plenty of that in every day.
Yeah.
We don't need all that,
Yeah.
what we do to relax.
agreed. Escapism.
Oh, speaking of Dengar,
There
he
he
started
is.
it and he's back again.
Wow. God, man. Doubles. First double.
Yep, first double, and it gets crazy. All right.
There he is.
Smooth malt liquor. Hold my stuff. Colt 45.
Peg warming everywhere in 6-inch form.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because Lando's one of those characters I remember being like, I want to know more about this character because he's just so different from
than
every other hero.
Yep. Amazing.
And Cloud City has my favorite moment in Star Wars. I know a lot of people have favorite moments of different characters, and Han Solo has several favorite moments. But when Lando portrays them and that door opens and Vader's sitting, and Han Solo doesn't waste a second, the first thing he does is shoot at Darth Vader with no hesitation.
None.
It's the most badass thing in all 3 movies, in my opinion.
Yep.
This is just a guy. He has no space magic. He has a gun, and one of his good friends just betrayed him, and says nothing, just pulls out the gun and shoots at literally Space Hitler. It's awesome. Listen, there's a lot of stuff to question about Lucas, but these designs, how do you come up with this stuff?
Yep, timeless. Yeah, I know.
How do you come up with this stuff at the time, especially when you have, like, your only sci-fi at that point is like the 50s serials stuff and Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And it's all cheesy, and somehow this is not. It's not that cheesy of, it's a guy wearing a rubber suit to look like a robot.
When you think about the world that was created, yeah, to your point.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And half of it you can tell, there's definitely stuff that's just made out of budgetary needs, desperation.
Yeah.
They're like, we have a werewolf costume. Do you want to use it? Yeah. It's like, give him red eyes. Put him in the cantina. No one will notice. And I don't know why he's a 20s, like gangster, but yeah, look at this. All right, so the medical droid is going to be a giant espresso maker looking thing with a whole bunch of arms.
And so many things have been modeled after.
Yeah.
All of these designs. Not even just in the Star Wars world, but you see this in role-playing games and everything. This is the basis for so much.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
This is to sci-fi what Tolkien is to fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
It completely altered the landscape.
Exactly. Oh, man. Goodness gracious.
Which is, I love this design.
Me too.
I think the snowtroopers are awesome. Back when they were just Imperial Stormtroopers, but with cold weather gear.
Yeah.
Before everything had to have it. Shore Trooper, Mud Trooper, Snow Trooper.
Cash in on the helmet stuff.
Yeah, they know how to do that.
Yeah. I'm a sucker, so I'll be the first one to admit that. I have all of those troopers that you've just named.
To be fair, that's some of the best designs in Star Wars.
Yeah,
is the armor designs.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some people that only. I mostly just collect the helmeted figures.
We talk about it with Hot Toys all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, this is amazing. Amazing.
He's taking a nap.
Yeah, let's just look at that.
All these British actors are like, what am I doing? There we go.
There he is. Couldn't hit the blind side of a barn with a blaster.
Uta guta de solo.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, but memorable.
No, he's one of my favorites.
Listen,
that's a must for me,
we
right there.
like and we quote Greedo. You do a lot of quotes from the sequel trilogy?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like try to make a quote from the sequel trilogy. I don't think I could if I tried.
Yeah, right.
This is another one to kind of think about it. So this toy's $250, and look at the printing on the vinyl.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that you have printed vinyl, which we don't even see today. Yeah, crazy.
It is very strange how the times have changed.
Yep, very much so.
No more die casts somehow too expensive, but Hot Wheels are $1.
Yeah.
Or $2,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's a good point.
Awesome.
Yes, it is.
I think the AT-AT has to be every young boy's coolest thing ever, the idea of a walking tank.
Yeah.
Like the first time you see those, the Hoth Rebel Trooper zooms in,
yeah,
and at first it's just on the feet, and then it goes up, and you see this giant walking tank, and you're like, all right, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. All right, this is awesome.
Oh, boy. The big dog.
It's great. Talk about iconic, right?
Ugh.
I would say
Amazing.
Darth
Darth
Vader's
lightsaber.
up there with Mickey Mouse as the most recognizable character in cinema history.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
Absolutely everybody knows
you could
who
go
Darth Vader is.
Basically any
Just
country
about.
in the world,
Yeah. Yeah.
and point to this, and you probably get the word Vader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we have
Double.
Best Banana? Yeah, okay. I knew you'd remember.
Yeah. With the same two-tone issue.
Yeah, I think that's probably just,
Factory.
yeah, they had a paint and the rest is the plastic. All right, another double, but arguably the most important character in the series.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this card got mangled.
I wish every figure I wanted to walk out of here had a mangled card.
Well, luckily I have basically all of these loose.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we'll gloss over those once we get through this,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, just truly unreal.
There we go.
Oh, there he is, doubles. Oh man, I might need 2 of these.
Second Ugnaught. I think I have 4 total.
Ugnaughts they might arguably be my favorite.
It's great. I don't know. You love the Gamorrean Guard.
I do.
Last but not least. Okay, so this is,
Doubles.
again, double of this, but this is that one that I can't find.
Yeah.
So you can see the like severe heat warping on this,
Yeah, that one's bad.
but I'm pretty sure just some pressure and maybe like a little bit of moisture, so the card doesn't crack.
Yeah. I mean, if you put that in a case alone, that star case actually might even straighten that out. Doubles. Oh man.
But
Ooh.
So
I'll take the cheaper one.
one is the survival kit. One
Oh,
isn't.
right. Yes. That's
Again,
right. We have the survival kit
assortment,
stickers.
not assortment,
Yeah.
and
Different backs.
slightly different back.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the survival kit, which really is a brilliant idea on their part. Like, take a whole bunch of the extra little plastic doodads that are in things and just throw it in a kit.
And do you think, like, at the time, I mean, is this a Bob Ross happy little accident where it's just like, yeah, we'll make this card back this, we'll make this card
Oh,
back
yeah.
that?
This is before
Anyone cared about any of
anyone
this, the
cared
collecting
about
and-
collecting figures. This made...
This is what started it,
Yeah.
really. This is probably what started it.
These are truly the first action figures. You know, people
Yeah.
talk about the 12-inch, military figures and stuff.
Yeah.
That's by definition an action figure, but this is action figures.
Yeah.
And really, when you think about, this is the kind of stuff that you brought to school, because you could stuff it in your pocket, you could stuff it in your backpack. You weren't bringing in a 12-inch
Yeah.
army man.
Right. Right.
This was really it. Another boba.
Getting into the doubles here.
Well, I think pretty much now it's going to be all doubles,
doubles.
because this is case 2.
Yeah.
And again, so these are 2 different cases.
Yeah, let's take a look at the cases. Yeah, we've gone over just about
Yep.
all
So
of it.
they have different case numbers, so it's a different assortment in some way.
Look at that. $249 a pop.
$249 pop
That's what you're selling them for? Thanks, man. That's awesome.
and shipped from Ohio.
Awesome. So cool. I mean, this shipper alone is worth its weight in gold. Well, it's worth a lot more now. There it is. So you can clearly see, and we've already seen some doubles,
Yes. So the collection
but this is obviously everything that we just saw.
is all 41 because it's 98 total carded figures, and there's only 41 in the series.
Right.
So it's 2 sets plus extras, which is crazy.
Unreal.
Crazy. Truly. I mean, we've said it many times. You don't see this.
No, you don't.
You don't see this.
You do not.
So I don't think we need to go over this again.
Yeah, no, I think we have already covered a handful of doubles
Yes.
in one box. So we have that. We've got all of the extras in this box, in the blue pill box. And then we have Mr. Vader here carrying case. We need to bring carrying cases back.
Totally. It's a great idea. It's a great way to store your collection.
I love, like, I've found at like thrift stores and some flea markets, older like Motu carrying cases, the TMNT ones,
It's
all of
great.
that stuff is, I miss that sort of stuff.
And especially when they were smart about it. This is a cool thing. It's a decoration in itself. You
Yeah.
just put Vader up on your shelf.
Yeah.
Or, really, if you look at Castle Grayskull, it's a glorified carry
Same
case.
thing, exactly.
But
exactly.
it's also a play set.
Yep.
Smart. It's smart use of stuff. of your dual purpose, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
You know, what was really good at that, micro machines. Remember the micro machines would come out the play sets?
I loved micro machines.
There was a period in time where I was unfortunately obsessed with micro machines.
Remember like pressing the back of them to make them hop?
Oh yeah. Very distinct period in time where micro machines could not be cooler.
Yeah.
Could not be cooler.
Agreed.
So this is this loose stuff. And again, it's bananas.
Dig into this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, feel free. This is what's great about this.
Pop right out.
They made them to pop right out. And so you don't need to worry about breaking them, trying to pull figures out, except this one. This one has the little carry.
coffin.
It's for all the weapons.
Accessories.
Yep. And so,
There you go. You can see the plastic pegs.
yep. But yeah.
Nice and simple.
Now, I'm going to leave it to you. This is kind of your area of expertise to dig through and play around and show exactly what it is. Some of them are double bagged if they had like accessories I didn't want to slide out.
And these are all mint complete, right?
Mint complete and totally untouched. It is, again, everything about this collection is bizarre. This guy bought his stuff and put it in his attic, and he wanted to have full collections of these and just opened them and put them in here for no discernible reason.
Unbelievable. We've got the Sand person who actually looks better off card than he does on card.
Yes. And this is really impressive. I didn't expect the vinyl to hold up anywhere near as well as it did. So if you, well, I don't want to lose this gaffy stick. If you look at the vinyl, it's still completely pliable.
Yeah.
It's soft.
That's amazing. It's also just nice to know that this stuff, if taken care of, and it doesn't take much, it's just don't abuse it, this literally will hold up forever.
Yes, it was.
Paint just doesn't melt away. This stuff doesn't deteriorate. If you put this in the proper case or in the proper display or the proper storage, none of this stuff it doesn't matter. Like, this is going to last forever.
And this guy didn't even do that. He threw it in a hot attic for 40 years,
Right.
and it's in this condition.
Nuts. Absolutely crazy.
See, I think you're unfortunately your Ugnaughts in the other case.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Rat bastard. Yeah, literally just grabbed
I knew you were going for it,
Yeah.
but you only got one hand.
Oh, God. Amazing.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
I'm sure everyone's tired of hearing us say crazy over and over, but
Yeah,
really,
I don't know how else do you describe this? Just get this away from my disgusting mitts.
this is unprecedented.
It is. It is.
Oh, and you got to check the chrome on this guy out.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, perfect.
Is it crazy? It is.
It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy.
Wow. Blinding. Amazing. Just don't want to mess with all of this with one hand. Oh God, this is a big boy row.
Yes.
This is a very, very big boy row. Break this. My God.
You know, everyone says that nostalgia is the thing now, and everyone looks back at things with rose-colored glasses. But you know what? If that many people feel that way, there's got to be truth to it.
Yeah.
And these figures are more than the sum of their parts. This encapsulated so much for the time, the industry wouldn't exist as it does today without it.
No.
Sci-fi wouldn't be the same without it. So
Nope.
whatever your feelings are on sequels and prequels and whatever, as I always say when a new edition of a role-playing game or something comes out and people are like, I don't like it as much as the old one. No one's taking away your old toys.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the old Star Wars. Go back and collect the old toys.
This is the stuff that we grew up with. This is the stuff that is impossible to compare to or live up to. It's what
Let me grab a...
it's what the franchise has tried to build off of, and in my opinion has failed at numerous times, because this is just once in a lifetime stuff. You know, it really
This is cool, no doubt.
yes.
But is this...
This is very cool. Yeah.
But is this... that?
No. Oh no. Give me this.
That's it.
And I like that.
I do too. I'm not knocking the 6-inch line. I
No.
think the 6-inch line has its own soul.
Yeah.
Where their 3 3/4-inch line now doesn't.
Agreed. There are some, I mean, like and when it comes to the vintage Star Wars stuff, like for me, I'm only doing helmeted guys and that go along with the vehicles that I want.
Yep.
And that's really it. But I will say, if they continue to make the actual retro molds, and we go back and we do an ESB or something like that, Return of the Jedi, I will be absolutely Well, I don't know. I think I have everything I need right here. So.
Well, there's definitely a lot.
This is there is a lot. This is incredible. I have no words other than crazy, I guess. Describes this. This is just
It was
a
meant
sight
to be.
behold.
You happen to be there in that. You're like, it's a quick trip. I just got to get in and out.
It was not a quick trip.
And you happen to be there when this guy showed up, and I just remember he went out to get more stuff, or
He did.
he was packing up. Because I said, I gave him, I'm like, I definitely want it.
Oh, that's right. He had
And I'm but it's going to take a couple days to go through to get you prices on everything.
Right.
So I'm like, why don't you take it home, talk to your wife's uncle, figure out, I wrote up that sheet saying, listen, it's under protection while it's here. And as he was packing things up, you looked at me, you're like, oh my God. I said, I know.
I know. And what would you price this collection?
If the grades come in the way I think the grades are going to come in, I think you're looking at upwards of $50,000.
Makes sense.
Because...
So this is a $20,000 or so collection as is.
Yeah. Oh, easy. I think very, very easily if you put this on eBay, you'd get 25 to even 30. But once you start getting those top grades on
eBay
things,
takes half of it, yeah.
Well, you have eBay taking 15%, and then your tax now, so you're losing it. In New York, you're losing almost 9% on top of that.
Yeah, criminal.
So you're talking almost 25% goes to not you.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm fortunate to have a store where people can walk in, so I can, put it at a more reasonable rate because I don't need to work in 25% going to Uncle Sam.
Exactly.
But yeah, this sort of collection and when I would talk to the owner, he's like, what do you think it's worth? Difficult to say. I've never seen a collection like this.
This is unprecedented for sure. For sure. And this has been, this has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for coming.
For taking the time. If there's anything else you'd like to say to the folks, we're going to put all the Toywiz stuff, the information, down in the description below of this video. I just want to take the time to thank John and Toywiz for carving out the time for letting me come here and to sift through and comb through and crawl through all of this stuff. It's been absolutely amazing, so thank you very much.
Always welcome. The only thing I want to say is I want people to remember this is a community where we're really, really lucky to be all passionate about the same stuff that we love, and I'm super fortunate to make a living off of it and to be able to support it and have a store that people can come in and bring their kids. So I just want you to be part of the community. Come in, say hi, look around. You don't need to spend anything. You just need to say hi and enjoy being part of a cool community, because we're really lucky. We could do lame things like collect cars. We got toys.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that is going to wrap it up, folks. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm taking out of this pile of gold, and that is going to do it.
All right, thanks again.
All right, guys, I'm actually sitting right outside of Toywiz after crawling through some Star Wars vintage history. And man, oh man, well, first and foremost, I would like to thank once again John and the good folks at Toywiz for taking the time to open up the store before working hours, to let me come in and get my grubby mitts on some of this stuff to show you guys. It was an incredible experience. Hope it was incredible for you guys as well. It's just amazing that I get to share this with you all. And we're not done, because as John alluded in this video, all of the Return of the Jedi stuff, the C-3PO carrying case, that stuff is at the warehouse right now for booking. And I think we're going to do a part 2. So if you guys enjoyed this, We're going to go through the Return of the Jedi stuff and any other doubles and triples and quadruples of what we went over today. I know that some of the stuff that I didn't get a chance to take home, and yes, I did take some stuff home that we're going to go over right now in a few moments. Some of that stuff is at the warehouse and in the C3PO display case, so which I'm most likely going to take home as well. One thing, it's in the back and it's kind of big for this. I'll show that. We're definitely going to do a part 2. I'll show the carrying cases at the end of the part 2 video whenever we decide to or get the chance to make that. But let me show you guys what I picked up. And again, this is just part of what I'm taking home, or part of what I'm purchasing. This is just what's at the store today that I decided to take. I know John's got a price out. Some of the carded stuff, and I'm gonna see, you know, what prices look like carded versus off card. But these are all, as you guys saw, loose and mint. So here we go. We are starting off with Chewie. Just a must. Must for me. There you go. Take a good old gander. Sorry for the old glare ski. Can't really do much about that at the moment. It's either the ring light glare or the sun glare. Rather have the sun glare. We've got Chewy, loose, mint, and complete. We've got a sand person. And I mean, it's like we've been saying, guys, like and you can see the imperfections of the paint. Classic. These have some weight to them, you know, like these were meant to be played with, they were meant to be banged around. I mean, these are just amazing figures. It's just crazy to think a little operation like Kenner probably rushes to put this stuff out, and suddenly they sell out and people want more, and they're like, oh crap, one sec while we mass produce this stuff. It's just really crazy and turning into the history that it's turned into. I'm sure the good folks at Kenner didn't see this coming. Unbelievable. C3PO, chrome spinning, not really spinning, but man, the chrome on these figures. We've got our boy R2. Incredibly mint. See the chrome at the top of that. All the way around. Amazing. This is just makes me so happy to be able to own this stuff now. Death Star droid. More chrome. Got our boy Luke. This is amazing. It's so awesome. The only Luke I need. This stuff is just unbelievable, man. It really is. We've got our Stormtrooper. Oh, it's amazing. It is amazing. Stormtrooper. We also have the absolute worst bounty hunter in the universe. Maybe just had a bad day, I don't know. Greedo. Blaster that he's not very adept with. You guys can see that. It's just crazy how it's like loose and mint, and it's just like, it's just so weird. It's something I would do. Open it up and just not touch them. And it's crazy. Got our Jawa. you. As you can see, folks, I mean, there's nothing outside of like factory paint imperfections. These have not been tampered with at all, which is great for an out-of-box collector like me to not have to pay an even higher premium for the boxed up stuff. This is just amazing. I don't even know if I showed this guy yet, Ben Kenobi. Maybe I have. I'm just so out of sorts, but here he is, Ben Kenobi. What else we got in here? Oh, we've got Snaggletooth. Feetsies. Yes, we've got Bosk. I mean, you can see here just the sloppy paint on the bottom of his right shin guard, his leggings. See that? Look at the detail. Look at the scaling on his feet. Just amazing designs. Timeless stuff right here. What did I miss? I definitely missed something. Trooper. Oh. I definitely missed a few things. Let's go get this guy out of here first. Hoth Trooper, Imperial Trooper. All decked out in snow gear. Awesome. Mint. And we have, as we wind down here, Boba Fett. Sloppy paint everywhere. Boba Fett. See some of the paint splatter on like the legs, and seems like a kind of a common thing with these that I'm noticing. Random like overspray of either of the right and the wrong paint. You could see the overspray down here on his knee guard coming up on his leggings. You know, but it's definitely factory stuff. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have this stuff. I know 1000th Ghost has a lot of this stuff, or all this stuff. So he could definitely tell. You could see the overspray a little bit on the top of his helmet from his visor. But very happy to add all of this into the collection. And last, but certainly not least, Lord Vader himself. There are two loose versions of this guy in the store. Well, one now, but you know, I should have inspected in my haste. I was just like so like overwhelmed with it all. I might have to take a look at the other Vader, make sure I got the mintiest one. But yeah. And actually, last but not least, we have what is gonna go, and it's gonna be hung up in the new man cave once it's actually built. Our Lord Vader light switch. This is awesome. Clean this stuff up, and like I mentioned to you guys, like I said earlier or a few moments ago, this Chewie keeps coming out. I have the Vader carrying case in the back in my trunk. But we'll go over, I'll show that once because I am going to buy the C3PO one as well. We'll take a look at both of the carrying cases after the next walkthrough because we're, you know, halfway through this insane collection that came into Toywiz. But that, folks, is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed a huge piece of Star Wars history, pop culture history, science fiction history. This was a history lesson and just a very extra special video for me, and it was amazing getting to share it with a good buddy of mine, John, here, and the good folks at Toywiz. So thank you, Toywiz, once again. Guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to check out this video and to check out the channel, and I will catch you on the next hunt. May the Force be with you.